Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is Camp Slash Horrorcast, Season 4, Episode 18, Killer Klowns from Outer Space. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/WeArePodcastNetwork and youtube.com/WeArePodcastNetwork. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast. So what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast. Alright, kids. Alright, adults, or whatever we are, let's get this going. All right.
Oh, y'all haven't. I thought y'all started without me.
We
waited. Sorry about that, y'all.
No clown killing without Miles.
No clown killing without Miles. Hey, everybody!
He is the clown. Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, that's all right. Hey, everybody! Welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 8 p.m. Central. Except for this is the midnight movies. So I am here with. Oh, I'm Duck. I'm your head camp counselor. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have Javi. What do you do with those pies, boys? Byrez. Javi, how are you doing on this midnight, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. I had a great day at work. Overall, just an overall pleasure to be here, fellas.
Fuck yeah. Next, we have Miles. Well, you don't need the police, pal. You need a psychiatrist. Francis, Miles, how you feeling?
Hyper focused, apparently, and ready to talk about Killer Klowns.
Absolutely awesome. And that chair is sexy as all get up. Next, we got Jay, Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Holy shit, McClintock. Jay, how are you?
I'm doing well. Just coming off this holiday weekend, getting ready to go back into the grind tomorrow.
No doubt, no doubt. Me too. So I can't wait. Next, we got Richie. Where's my dog? Where's my Pooh Bear? Tressler. Richie, how are you?
I'm feeling a little red around the nose, so to speak.
Ooh, very nice. And finally, we have Raph. I made it through Korea. I can make it through this bullshit, Ramirez. Raph, how are you?
Fantastic. And I made it through this bullshit.
Oh, damn. We're going to see how he feels. Oh, shit.
What?
Yes. All right, guys. We watched Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Release date, May 27th, 1988. Running time, 88 minutes. Budget, $1.8 million. I have no idea how much it made. Synopsis. Aliens who look like clowns come from outer space and terrorize a small town. What an easy synopsis. All right, let's take a look at a trailer for this movie. Here we go. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
All right. We got that line.
Not a very good poster.
Like any other night.
Raph, I can already tell you hate this fucking movie.
Has anybody ever fucked in a little rubber boat before?
I was gonna ask
No.
that.
Yeah.
But that scene's in reverse.
Why
Yes, it
here?
was.
Why now?
Why here?
Oh,
Why
this
now?
fucking preview sucks.
Ah,
But
clowns!
this song kicks ass, dude.
The
Keep
rock
singing
version of it.
They've been knocking them dead. All over the universe.
That was a great scene. Come on.
This is the best scene in the movie right here, dude.
They're giving away all the
so
good
sweet.
shit.
I don't know. That's what, this is a terrible trailer maker.
Well,
Yeah.
Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
I have a few theories about that.
Whoa.
Wow.
Pizza.
I love
That was my
shit,
favorite
too.
part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just cruising through the galaxy and stopped here for a
The
bite.
fucking
Yeah, this
balloon
thing's giving away everything.
You don't need a police
Yeah, this is horrible.
All right, let's skip the trailer as it gives away everything. History
Whoa,
with
whoa,
the
whoa, I didn't
movie.
rewatch the movie, so this is actually helping.
Oh, damn. No doubt, dude. It was the whole thing. All right, history with the movie. Who's got history? Let's start with Javi because he was so excited about this fucking cast. Javi, what's your history with Killer Klowns?
All right, picture it. Fall 1991, a voluptuous young buck of 4-year-old Javi sits down to.
Voluptuous.
That's right. I was a very
I know,
sexy kid. I was very sexy back then. My looks went downhill after 6. That's neither here nor there.
Hobby was born thick. He just came out that way.
I saw with my Uncle King. He was like, go to the because my Uncle King, he was my grandparents. He had a big old box of VHS tapes, and he was like, go to my box and let's watch something. So I was like, all right. I was looking through his box, bypassed all the gigantic cartridges of porn, and then I went to the horror section. And I saw Killer Klowns of Outer Space, right beneath Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I was like, I want to watch this one. It's fucking Killer Klowns. I love clowns. So we watched it, and I just fucking loved it. From like people trying to get turned into cotton candy, the fucking popcorn, the balloon dog that was actually like a little bloodhound. And it was just like, oh my god, there's just so much fucking nostalgia for this movie. I love this so much. I was watching it at work the other day. I was like, man, this is a good time. And I immediately hung up on the customer I was talking to. You watching the movie?
It's awesome. Miles, what you got history-wise with this?
Not quite as colorful of a tell as Hobbies, but like, yeah, a VHS in like the early 90s. Watched it a lot, and I've always really loved it. It's one that I'd say I probably watch like once every 3-4 years, maybe somewhere like that. And it's just like a good Halloween. If you're like doing, I do a lot of stuff where like I'll be like just doing housework around the house or whatever, and I'll just put like Halloween themed shit on in October. And this is one that you can just kind of put on in the background and be like, oh yeah, the shadow puppet kill's coming up, or the I'll knock his block off is coming up, and you can kind of be like, cool, I'm gonna watch that and then go do the dishes and be back in time for the dog walk or whatever.
Very nice. Jay, you got history?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, watched it as soon as it came out on TV. I don't think it really had much of a theatrical release at all. But one of the things about Killer Klowns from Outer Space that kind of makes it stand out is that a lot of people don't seem to remember that it's only PG-13. It's not rated R. Yeah, it's not rated R.
Oh, shit.
Even
There's
though...
an F word.
Yeah, well, there's an F word. I mean, even
Decapitated head with blood.
Yeah, the guy decapitating his head, the guy getting his head decapitated. So, because of the fact that it wasn't an R-rated horror movie, this is the kind of movie that you could catch at 3:00 on a Friday afternoon after school. That's probably the first time I saw it. But yeah, I probably saw this movie between the ages of about 9 to probably 13, probably off and on 10 to 20 times, all the way through. So yeah, I got a lot of. I've seen it a bunch, so I know the story pretty well. And then when I got into started working at the Improv back in 2003, that summer for the first time I saw Chris Titus, and Chris Titus has a very nice small bit part in this, and he actually told me that after he kind of got some success after the Titus show came out, they actually gave him a few more minutes of screen time. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. So yeah, I got a little history with it, especially with the comedy tie-in.
Very nice. Raph, you got history with this bad boy?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
I remember when he came on, I clicked it away. I've never seen it. This is the first time watching it.
Right on. We'll discuss that in a second. Richie, you picked this movie. Do you got history with it?
Yeah, I got history with it. I think I saw it when I was 4 or 5. It was shown to me by my father. And, the clowns are a little creepy for a 4 or 5-year-old, not named Javi. But my dad assured me that there would be a way to defeat the clowns. And I ran around bopping people on the nose for weeks after that. No, you're a Killer Clown. You just died. Like that went on the playground for
He
weeks.
punches me in the face every time I see him. To this day.
Does he scream, "You're gonna die, clown"?
It's like that.
I mean, how can you not enjoy the camp that is Killer Klowns from Outer Space, where beer cans, the beer company's just called beer?
Beer, yeah. It looked like
open container carry.
The beer was made by the people who made all the shit in what is it? The one with the glasses. God damn it, They Live. Like it looked just like that, where it just says what it is. It cracked me up.
And there's just absolutely great dialogue in this. Like when the boyfriend's telling the girlfriend, you can come with me or you can stay here and be all scared, except it wasn't even as eloquent as what I just said. On top of the fact that this movie taught us all that you can steal your friend's girlfriend by holding her hand the whole time and literally having her give you a kiss on the end when her boyfriend's standing right next to you.
Dude, there's no way they're not in a threesome by the end of this fucking movie.
Right?
Yeah.
No
Right?
way.
They're all hugging and loving each other.
Oh, it's just going down.
It's a good
going
theme
down
for the
hard.
movie. Love thyself and everyone else.
Yeah, all I could think was like she's getting some Dr. Pepper, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, my history with the movie is I always heard about it through the school bus and through like my brother and stuff like that, and it terrified me. The very idea of it terrified me, so I didn't want to watch it because this was supposedly one of the scariest movies ever made. And
Sorry.
it was built up so much that like how terrifying it was. So when I finally saw it, I was like, oh, this is just fun. Like, yeah, I'm having a good time. Right on. All right. So, yeah, I could see if I was a little kid, I'd see being terrified because the same clowns that are used in this movie were redressed to be the trolls in Ernest Scared Stupid. And that shit scared the hell out of me when
That's one of my favorite Ernest is that one.
That's why Rafi didn't like the movie. He got too scared. He couldn't keep watching it.
Duck and
what else were they using? I don't
Troll
know.
2.
Were they using
way.
Troll 2?
Mm-hmm. They kind of used it, yeah. And then also, I think there's like oh no, I might be thinking that the goblins or whatever from Troll 2 were used. Yeah, they were used for a couple other movies themselves. However, yeah, this one's direct was definitely Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah,
which to me was actually a scarier movie to me growing up.
I would agree with you. Eartha Kitt's in it. She scares the shit out
Oh
of me.
yeah, she's awesome.
No, Eartha Kitt.
Also, like in this movie, I fucking love how hard this soundtrack went. They were just like, "Give me synth, more synth. I need more synth."
Well, back then it wasn't really like more synth. It was like standard synth.
Yeah, and then take it to 11 cents. That's where it was at.
Enjoying this episode? Go check out Geekster, a dating and friends app for geeks that focuses on common interests as a way to make meaningful connections. Download today on the App Store or click the link in the description to find out more. Geekster, this is what happens when nerds collide. Geekster, available on iOS and Android.
All right, let's get into talking about it. The old man who goes, "Who we're gonna get to comment? Who, Gee Holly?" Best actor of the movie. Does anyone want to disagree with me or what?
Hell no, dude. That's Royal Dano, man. He's an awesome character actor. He was a huge part in the sequel of House 2, the second story.
Holy shit.
Yeah, didn't do a lot of movies after this. He died he definitely, I think he died early 90s. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. He's got that old-timey prospector kind of voice that kind of just, it's almost like your grandpa, like, just telling you stories.
Because he was a prospector.
My question is this movie the same movie as The Blob, 1988? It feels
Gets a lot of comparisons.
Yeah, it feels very similar to that movie, like in a lot of ways. I love small town horror wherever, like there's something that's just coming along and consuming everything around it. Like I think that's a lot of fun. And like where no one's going to believe this happened. One of those kind of movies, like the outside.
Even the good cop, was like, you guys are ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
he was the one that ended up being like the hero or whatever.
Oh, you talk about John Allen Nelson. I got a Mandela effect when it comes to that guy.
Where do I know him from?
Well, that's just it. I thought he was a guy in like a ton of other movies, but yeah, this is pretty much the only one that I really remember him from myself. But yeah, he's such a douchebag. Like he looks like a walking Ken doll. But yeah, at the same time, he's pretty much the actual hero of the movie. Which was pretty funny. He
cucks Mike so fucking hard at the end. I think Richard said it. Like, holy shit. The second he saves her, he's like, my bitch. Like, it just runs off with her. It's ridiculous.
And then they always let her go first. But if he's holding her hand at the time, he climbs up before Mike. And you're like, Mike should have been caught by now.
There is a lot of running into each other in this movie, too, where characters just like bump into each other. And then they're like, ooh, be quiet for a second. And then they start walking again and bump into each other. Ooh, be quiet for a second.
I liked Mike and Debbie's, if that's her name, I already forgot. When they're first running out of the spaceship, they're running almost in place to give the clown time to catch up to him.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. It's like they're running way too slow.
Yeah, against that green screen, that thing was working like crazy. Yeah, but like it's kind of crazy that they do the ex-boyfriend's a cop. My question is, why is he still pining over a high schooler? That was kind of weird.
Just pretty hot, bro. Redhead.
Did they say she was in high school? Did I miss
Yeah.
that?
answer.
They were all, yeah.
Yeah, the kids were in high school and he was a cop for a good. I mean, isn't he the sergeant? Like he had been a cop for like at least 4 or 5 years by that point, right?
Maybe
He
his
wasn't a
dad worked
sergeant?
in the force.
Whatever he was. All I'm saying is it was pervy.
She could have been 18.
And I liked
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, but the
Well, I
main
thought-
actor was like 27 when he did this movie. The guy was born in 1961, like Grant Kramer, the lead. So I mean, this has definitely followed that 80s trope of, or even like the 1958 Blob, where you had like Steve McQueen, 30 years old, playing a guy getting in trouble, hanging out at the ice cream shop, drag racing with his friends.
Yeah.
So,
Or like Casey Semesco in 3 O'Clock High, 32 years old, playing a fucking freshman.
yeah, that's not true. He was also born in 1961, so he was actually 26 when that movie came
Damn,
out.
dude, you just snuffed that out so fast.
Well,
You could at least let that marinate a little bit.
If other people don't know, I'm outing him right now. Jay has a weird thing about birthdays. He just knows celebrities' birthdays. I'm not
Casey
even fucking
Simasco,
kidding.
I think he was like March
This is
61.
not a joke. He is like
see
it's
if I got that.
he's like a Rain Man situation when it comes
Yeah,
to celebrity.
Yeah, March
birthdays.
17th, 61. That's Casey
Seriously,
Simasco.
throw out a celebrity. Let's test. Somebody throw out a
I
celebrity.
did this earlier. We did this not even 6 hours ago.
Wait,
Like
Jay, the girl
Ben
from
Foster.
Airheads, that's just Semesco. Is that his daughter or is that his sister?
What's that?
The girl from Airheads, the one that fucked Adam Sandler. She's just
That's his sister.
Sister,
Yeah,
okay, I thought it was
yeah,
his daughter.
Nina Simasco. Yeah, she was. Yeah, it's a sister. She was also in a couple episodes of Red Shoe Diaries in the early 90s as well.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
send them over. I'll watch them later. They're still worth your time. That's all I have to say. I'm totally down, dude. I remember when I found that shit when I was a kid. I was just like, this exists? Right on. That and Sexerta. Anyhow, we're off topic. Let's talk about the clowns. Are they scary? Yes or no? Simple
No.
answer.
They
No.
look like they're handicapped and have a hard time moving. Like it just, my knees hurt watching them walk.
Yeah, dude.
But
It's
their faces.
they're so
Especially
good.
that really big one, that one when they were hiding in the thing, and he was just like struggling and breathing so hard. It's like just go get a sip of cotton candy blood. I was like, oh, that poor thing.
But
Well,
the
if you
fact
worked in that
they-
room, wouldn't you be the same way?
You know what?
If you were in charge of the food supply, would you not keep
No,
eating?
definitely. That would be my future if I ever was.
No, the puppeteering is awesome. The animatronics work great. The director is known for doing stop motion animation, actually, and him and his brother went on to create a bunch of different stop motion animations throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Most recently, they did a movie for Netflix that was about an alien that ruined Christmas, which nobody watched, but it's out there if you want to watch it.
Did they work on Beetlejuice at all?
You know what? I think they might have, to be honest.
Because that shadow scene was like very reminiscent of Beetlejuice. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
They came out. They came out the same year though. Beetlejuice came out in '88 as well.
Maybe.
That might have been a little close to. Oh,
Yeah, but they didn't really go on to direct anything that was like super live action. Everything was animated, like they did California Raisins and shit like that. Which is I
That-
thought was
that-
kind of,
Sorry, that power room was animated, right? Completely animated when they walked into the power room.
oh yeah. That's totally a matte painting, is what that is.
Okay,
100%.
I was because I was watching it on my phone and I'm like, wait, that doesn't look real at all, and it didn't look like a green screen, and I was like, that's a fucking cartoon. That was a drawing.
I mean,
Doesn't that
this
even make it more scary if you think about it.
That's
these guys have the
impressive.
power to draw you into like Toon World.
That is impressive.
This is an origin story of Don Cheadle's character from Space Jam 2.
hot take.
so I'm looking real quick to see what else. All right, credited creature effects, Critters, RoboCop,
That's a great
Makes
one.
sense. That makes sense.
Critters 2,
Man.
UHF, Monsters, Critters 3, Ernest Scared Stupid. Wonder why they reuse those. Critters 4, the stupid stop motion animation. I remember that movie. King Cobra, Elf. They did stop motion animation for Elf and
Oh, wow.
Alien Abduction. So they've been working their ass off for years and doing a good job. They've been trying to make a sequel to this movie for just as long. They actually want to make 3 sequels to it. And in 2012, it looked as though they signed a deal with Sci-Fi Channel to actually do it, along with the Critters franchise. And Critters, I think, did continue on, but I don't think they made a Killer Clown sequel yet. Until recently, and I think Richie's the one who sent this to me, was the game that they're making right now, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game, which looks intriguing. I love the fact that the clowns look like the actual clowns from the game, and I hope that they have the hand puppet gun. I think that would be awesome if they did that, but I'm not really sure what the gameplay is going to be. I don't know if it's 4-on-4 Dead by Daylight or what it's going to do, but
It's going to be.
It's gonna be 3-on-7. So 3 clowns and 7 survivors.
Oh, I'm down with that. That's
So
awesome.
it's the same like executive director from the Friday the 13th game.
Yeah.
And they talked a lot about how one of the biggest complaint was that a lot of people when they were playing as Jason in that game felt too much pressure. Like, I got to get every counselor. Which that's basically how I played that when I never wanted to be Jason. I liked running from him. So they wanted to make it a little more even, they felt, and they thought having 3 different clowns with like different class abilities, and the same thing with the survivors where they kind of have to work together and try to shut down the operation of the clowns while not being captured. It sounds like it's going to be a fun time. It sounds like it's
Dude,
going to be very fun
I'm
time.
excited for it. The preview looks dope. I was actually really hoping our friend Wilson Namo is going to be here tonight because he just wrote a really interesting article for Screen Rant, specifically about this game coming out, and his take on it was I don't necessarily agree with 100%, but he made some really interesting points about how just so many of these horror games now that are coming out are all just asymmetrical multiplayer. But the thing that I think, kind of to what Richie just said, his point there, the fact that it's going to be 3 versus 7, that means that both sides are going to have team dynamics. So it's not just going to be that entirely off balance thing they've done now with Predator and Jason and every character in the world in Dead by Daylight. But yeah, if you get a chance, you should definitely read Will's article. It was really good on Screen Rant.
Yeah, I think the character should, if you're on the clowns team, you should have to talk in the gibberish that they talk in. I think that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, you don't get communication.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know. All right, death scenes in this movie. There's a plenty. I want to know what everyone's favorite is. Starting with Javi. What's your favorite death scene, Hobbs? Put you on the spot.
I want to go with that guard at the end because, like, it melted him. Like, I want to know why, he was just taking it. Like, he just stood absolutely still, and he was just like, "Oh, pie's melting my flesh. I better well just stay still." Yeah. Like, he didn't try to run or nothing. Like, what are you gonna do with those pies?
Because he thought it was pie.
And then he got the fucking adult be like, "Oh, what's this?" And he's touching it. He's like, "Oh, that's the melted guard." He's like, "Oh, let me touch it some more." And he started flicking his fingers like, "Come on."
I like the cherry on top too. That's just very nice.
Yes,
very nice. Miles, what's your favorite death scene?
It's the knock your block off for 2 reasons. One is because the biker dudes in this movie, total assholes. They had no idea that these clowns were evil at the point that they just started picking on this dude. So this is just a dude who dresses differently than they do and drives a pink bike or whatever, and they're just like, we're gonna ruin your night. So they had it coming. But also, they did the same kill that Jason did in Jason Takes Manhattan, only better.
Oh, yeah.
And they did it first.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I didn't realize that. Yeah, they did. They did do it first, but they did it far superior.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Jay, what you got? What's your favorite death in this one?
And I gotta go with hand puppets. I think it's with a movie that is, as low budget as this, and to speak to Javi's point about the fact that, these clowns they're kind of big and they're kind of awkward, but I think that plays into all the things they have to do. Like they have to improvise a lot. And one of these amazing hand puppets that ends up, eating all those people. I thought to me, that actually looked like a Freddy Krueger kill. And yeah. I thought that was really ingenious for them to do that. So it wasn't the flashiest or whatever, but I thought it was definitely the coolest for me.
I'm going to come back to that in 1 second. Richie, what's your favorite kill in this?
My favorite kill, for the complete opposite reasons of it not being favorite, the worst kill in the movie was the Native American culture by Mike at the beginning when he was doing his whole little shebang.
Yeah,
jumping off the car.
That was very
racist.
Yeah, straight up.
That did not age well.
No. Not one bit. Raph, how about you? What was your favorite kill?
So when they back up and run over the balloon puppy, fucking devastated, bro.
But not the real dog that they took. You never know what happens.
No.
You got an endless supply of cotton candy, Richie, and nothing else.
In all seriousness, when he kills Mooney and makes him a puppet, that was really cool. And
That
then
was
he
cool.
Oh yeah, that
talks
was
through
fucking
him.
good.
Then
That
he
kinda-
talks through him.
That kind of reminded me of Independence Day, where like it had that guy like president release.
Oh,
me.
Brent Spiner, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had Data up against that bitch. He's,
That's a great one.
Release me.
Yeah.
I will say the worst kill was the dumpster, the popcorn in the dumpster. What the fuck was that? He literally fell into the dumpster. But I did want to talk about. I think the hand puppets is the best kill, so I'm with Jay. But I do think that the popcorn was their babies because they takes like the people and they makes them all miniaturized. They puts them in the bag with the popcorn, and later you see the popcorn turn into like little clowns on vines, kind of.
Doc, does somebody need to explain the birds and the bees to you? Of course,
sperm?
popcorn.
The
grows up to be killer
popcorn, the
clowns.
pop and the corn. I think needs explained to me. Yeah, I don't know. I just
Someone say popcorn.
Jay.
That's a great callback to last month. But yeah, would you guys think that the popcorn was the babies, or what the fuck do you think that was, or is there just no logic to it whatsoever?
Well, when they shot it, it got stuck to their back. I don't know if when you shoot semen, it gets stuck to the back too. So maybe.
Maybe.
Now it's all coming together.
Popcorn
Literally.
coming out like that sounds painful. So
Just
these clowns-
shoot.
I hope it pops after it comes out.
Yeah,
not
dude.
before.
Oh my god. That's
So
I'm
by,
more Redenbacher.
so by your logic, that was a semen gun they had.
They were
Interesting.
just artificially.
I don't know what
inseminating
clowns
everybody
would
in
be
town. Yeah,
It was just those young clowns custard cannon. Leave them alone.
Oh my god.
That would
Oh,
track
man.
because their parents didn't come back. Those plants are still alive in that bathroom. So
Yeah.
If-
Good
If
point.
Jackass existed in this world, it would just be a bunch of dudes eating popcorn on camera. Sorry. All right.
Did you also get the vibe that these clowns were vampires?
No.
Well, they were.
Well, I
drinking
mean-
Do you mean
cotton
in like
candy
an
blood.
energy sucking way, or
A
do
little
you
bit,
mean-
of both. I mean, for one, you never see them during the day, and secondly, yeah, they put them up in these cocoons, almost like a spider.
hold up, I've got this, guys. I've got this. So
It's all
this is an old myth. Just like the same myth that clowns came from. They were really creatures from another planet, and that caused the myth of vampires and clowns as
There
we
you
know
go.
them today.
Boom.
It's more of a regional thing if you hear them with like makeups and a nose or like sharp teeth and a cape.
Like old school comedian dell'arte vampires. I got you.
If you would think that if their nose is like their weak spot, their Achilles heel, they might wear helmets or something like that. Like, why do they just not even?
Because none of them knows.
Oh, Richie brought the A game. What were we gonna say, Raph?
I was gonna say you never saw him during the day because this all happened in one night.
Yeah, but
Does not make me wrong.
Yeah, the sun. We don't know what happens.
Just
when the
because
sun
they're
comes up.
efficient vampires doesn't mean they're not vampires. Yeah.
You're right. The sun could have came up and they could have evaporated. Okay. You're right.
30 days of clowns, man. You never
Yeah.
know. At the end, where the fuck does the pie come from? That was.
And why does it not burn their faces off?
Yeah, exactly. What's
That's the biggest question I
And
had.
they all three die, and like it freeze frame, and they're like, when it freeze frames, they're
They
like,
died.
yeah, but the secret, they're like, oh.
I mean, the
It's
three
like
of them
the
are all
end of-
trying to be together anyway. So
It's like the end of Sadness. They died at the end. No.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
David Jessup cried about it. He was very upset about it. If you remember,
He cried at the end of Sadness?
Yeah.
He
didn't
did not
he didn't
want her to die.
dead.
He did not want her dead, and I was like, that she done. She,
I have bad
They
news for you, Dave.
Shot her up. They
Yeah, they
shot
shot
her
her
up.
Yeah, man, that was no good. All right, guys, I got to ask the ultimate question: Dave or Mike? Who won at the end of the day? Who got the girl? What do you think, Javi? Do you think I got the girl, Dave or Mike?
Mike all day.
Why Mike?
I don't know. Wait. Which one's the cop again? Mike?
No, that's Dave. That's
Dave. I'll go with Dave. I
You
like
think-
Dave.
You think she goes for a man in uniform? He said that she doesn't like responsibility.
First of all, he fucking was the reason they even made it out to the end. Without Dave, there is no them escaping.
I love how passionate you became about his name, even though you didn't know what it was. Like literally 1 minute ago, you're like, "Let me tell you about."
He has it
Dave.
tattooed on his chest. Dude. Like, that's how much it means to him.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. So, Miles, or go ahead, Raph, Dave, or Mike.
Technically, the brothers are the ones who's the fucking guys on the ice cream truck.
I was gonna say
the day. That's technically who saved the day.
They're the ones that get the girl. They get
no,
they get the clowns.
Dude.
They don't get the girls. They get the clowns
because those two are clearly a gay couple.
And no, they fuck the girl clowns.
No, dude, those two are like the biggest. Like you watch them, they get in like every time they're like,
let's
brothers.
go pick up
chick. Dude, well, they're every time they're like, let's go pick up chicks. They like tickle each other and shit. Like
they're like those creepy twins from Just One of the Guys.
Bro, there is some covering up happening of their
Miles, that's
exploits.
the way bros hung out in the 80s. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, we didn't.
I never played funny games like Funny Arm and Tickle Butt.
Who doesn't love a good old game of Tickle Butt?
Yeah, my cousin said if I sat on my hand long enough that I don't feel it, it wasn't gay. So I think it's fine.
No.
Raph, Dave, or Mike, who won, the cop or the kid?
I'm gonna have to give it to Dave, but they did have a threesome.
Yes, 100%.
Yes,
100% agree. Richie, who do you think won, Dave or Mike? Who got the girl at the end of it? That's so weird to say one. It's just like
at the very end, it's gonna be Mike. Dave will get her that night. But that's gonna fall right back into the same trappings where she gets bored with him because he's too stable and he's boring, and Mike's the funny guy, boy. So she'll be texting him while Dave's asleep, and then eventually it's just gonna be an endless cycle because that's how real life works, right?
In 1986, she'll be texting
Richie, that sounds like you bought a lot of personal information into that conversation.
Always a Dave.
You got the beard, so it's okay.
Jay, what do you think, Dave or Mike?
Well, first of all, I think it's hilarious that anyone's referring to Mike as the bad boy.
I know.
He's got to be the most mundane, milquetoast bad boy I've ever seen. I'll say probably end up with Mike for a different reason because Dave is that dude. He's the teddy bear. He went through all this shit for her, and then she's like, I still just look at you like a brother. And then, of course, Mike's going to get it because Dave tried to. Yeah, he saved the world and all this stuff, but it's like, yeah, he's giving up some Klinger vibes. So
I don't know. Mike was super excited to see him when he popped out of that car. He was like, oh, my hero.
Well, that's Mike. Because but
maybe she gets none of them. Maybe
Dave gets Mike, man.
Oh, dude, there we go. It's a new day.
See, I was gonna say that if she's smart, she just take Dave's nightstick and dump them both. So that tracks.
Boom, out of there. I need this, and then goes. I think that a three-way. I think it's going down. I'm sorry. I just there's just too much camaraderie at the end of it. Not the
camaraderie.
What I say? My bad. Camaraderie. Let me have another shot of vodka and see how things go. I just think there's a little bit too much. Like, it's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you going on. So I don't know. I say kudos and have a good old night, and hopefully the popcorn demons are out of her house by that point and out of her crotch. Sorry. All right. Anything else about the movie you guys want to talk about? Anything else specifically? Puppet show's pretty fun. I like
the puppet show.
Yeah. The bathroom scene was really cool. Where they came out of the hamster.
The piranha looking plant ones from Mario come out. And
Did that make you not want to take a poop when you were a child and watch the
Oh my God. What if, because those aren't gone. Like, those things are still there. Like,
are they in the water supply now?
Yeah, dude. That's what I was thinking. Is this a dream catcher situation where they're down there? You know what I mean?
Going.
They get into the water. You know what I mean? But yeah, I those aren't out of her bathroom. It's and the other thing is, how many people fucking died because the cotton candy people are still up in that ship, dead as shit. Like, they killed probably 90% of the fucking town.
Yeah. Those cotton candy bags look like testicles more than anything.
They did. Yeah, they absolutely did. I just love how Dave sees one car full of cotton candy, and he's like, "Yep, killer clowns from outer space." Right.
100%, Mike.
I also would like to. I know the biggest thing I'd like to compare it to is that after seeing it and then the movie versions of it, where they really go into the lore, it seems like this movie might have really borrowed a lot from the actual novel of it. The fact that it's an alien, the fact that they take all these people and they corral them up so they can feed on them later. Like, there's a lot of similarities I noticed then. And then, of course, the miniseries that most of us saw came out about a year and a half, or about two years later than this movie. And so I was like, looking back, I see a lot more comparisons, and I think that's kind of cool. That's all.
Good, Miles.
So
What
that's
were
very
you
cool.
gonna say? Miles, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna ask you, what's the that like comic shop or like nerd nostalgia shop that we did that indie film, and we were doing that indie film
Horror
shooting.
Freak.
So last time I was there, they had a life-size replica of like one of the victims wrapped up in cotton candy.
I think it's
that was
huge.
available.
That's
It was
pretty
pretty
cool.
dope.
It was huge too.
It was
That thing
super huge.
It was, and they had a
Big
killer
old
clown in
testicle.
there too. Raph,
Yeah.
what were you gonna say?
So I lost my train of thought. Never mind.
You got a list?
Yeah, I do. So yeah, the testicles, definitely.
And that's the end of your list.
Yeah. I believe Mooney had the best lines. He got to say "fuck you," and I also really enjoyed when he was booking those kids,
The
and
punkers,
there were
yeah.
and they were white kids. That really brought a lot of joy to me. I was like, and then again, I enjoyed when Mooney died. He turns him into a puppet. That was fucking awesome. And I forgot what I was gonna say earlier. That's it for now, guys.
Vodka, delicious. All right. Well, anything else about the movie, guys? It's pretty easy going movie. Not a lot of storyline, just a lot of fun little scenes. Little, what's the word for that? I can't think.
Vignettes.
Yeah. Thank you. Vignettes. Thank you. I apologize. Anything else about the movie though?
I remember what I was gonna say. When Jay was talking about it took a lot from it. It took a lot from War of the World, because when it's sucking the cocoons up and it's using them for like battery or storage or whatever. That's what it reminded me of, War of the World. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
But that's all
I
I got.
definitely, especially the small town vibe of it too, and like I love the small town invasion from the alien creature. It's its own genre of movie, and I absolutely adore it. I think it's fucking wonderful, and so, and I always love that it's a small town, like I said, that no one will believe this thing ever happened in. You know what I mean? Because the cops or the military or whatnot always show up at the end of the movie, and they're just like, "What happened here? You know, like, they never
What's all
really-
this cotton candy?
Yeah, what is this? Yum 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 yum." But,
Did you know that they stole this script and it's the exact same script for Eight-Legged Freaks, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Small town, people get cocooned up, cop trying to get back with their ex. I mean, it's literally just a remake.
What a fun
David
fucking
Arquette.
movie, dude. Great movie.
That makes sense. Now.
Oh, I also like the fact that Mooney says the name of the movie when he's like Killer
Yeah.
Klowns.
They're like, we need to give everything away in the trailer. Let's make sure we get this line in here.
John Vernon was definitely probably the most established actor. I mean, he was the heavy in Animal House.
House, yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, and he looked very annoyed. He looked very annoyed even making this movie, which made him an even better heavy. So
Yeah. He was awesome in this. He was so good. And just a hell of an actor too. He was in Ernest Goes to Camp, I believe, also. So I think he was the bad guy in that.
He
All
had
right,
a real
guys.
attachment to the puppets.
He like that hand up his. I mean, let's go.
All right, let's go to recommend. Javi, do you recommend it?
Fuck yes.
All right.
And if you don't like it, Raph, fuck you.
Well, let's go right over to Raph then. Raph, do you like it or do you recommend it?
Oh no, I enjoyed the shit out of this movie. It was fun. I recommend it.
Excellent. Maz, do you recommend?
All day. Yeah, absolutely.
Jay, do you recommend it?
Of course.
Right on. And Richie, do you recommend this movie?
The movie that you already recommended?
I hope so, since I recommended it to this group. Yeah, you have to. It's a good time. And I bet it's going to get a lot more attention coming up here with the game coming out from people that are like, it's great that have never actually seen it before.
Yeah, evidently this is a cult movie, and I didn't know that. It's just, this is a movie that's written large in like the history of horror movies for me. And it's one of those movies that I always was there and I was always scared of them. When I finally watched it, I was like, that was so much fucking fun. I have no idea why it took me so long to get to this. So
Felt that way about Freaked.
with that said, I do not recommend. No, I recommend it. Okay, I recommend it. Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast. All right, let's get to some motherfucking clips.
Oops.
So let's watch this movie.
Javi, do that every time now. Back in the day.
Back in the day. All right, epic intro.
Duck, you're not sharing your screen.
I'm not?
I didn't know all of us were in the club.
Yeah, we're all in this movie. Yes.
I knew it.
That's why we haven't done anything with our lives.
All right. Oh, come on.
Oof.
Oh, it crashed. God damn it.
Like Dave Matthews.
All right, epic intro. Crash into me.
Good thing they didn't add one more K to the title.
Crazy Killer Klowns.
Killer Klowns from outer space.
Killer Klowns. Ice cream idiots.
These were the best characters.
Cool off those hot lips with our tasty, frozen, fruity bars, icy wicies, fudgy wudgy bars,
Ooh, who doesn't love fudgy
and everyone's
wudgy?
favorite frozen delight, the lick-a stick.
Jeez, what the?
Get out of here, you moron!
So who was the guy that you met there, Jay? The
No,
guy.
you back it up about 3
Fruity
seconds.
Bars, icy wicies.
Oh, it screwed up again. God damn it. What is wrong with my VLC?
Nope. You gotta get to the scene.
Frozen, fruity bars, icy
Nope, keep going.
wicies, fudgy wudgy
And-
bars, and everyone's favorite frozen delight, the lick-a stick.
Pause. That's Christopher Titus.
That's Christopher.
Really?
Really?
Holy shit! I can see it now.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I would have never noticed
Also,
that.
guys, I gotta tell y'all. Speaking of ice cream man, at my condominium community, we have our own ice cream man. We have a regular ice cream truck that comes by, I think about 2 times a week, full music and everything.
That's
The whole
awesome, dude.
The whole kit and cabango, and like
Yeah,
literally,
That sounds creepy.
Can you
No,
get
but
the
I mean,
Ninja
like-
Turtle?
but like yeah, but it's funny because it's literally just a bunch of grown ass 30, 40-year-old men running after it because there's no families that live here. So it's like kind of pathetic, but kind of awesome at the same time. It's like if all of us lived in one place, that we would be those guys just hoofing it.
Right towards
Anyway,
it.
yeah, that's Chris Titus right there.
Do you notice the girl he's making out with is dead right there? Look at that. It's fucking insane. Hobbies, ladies.
Hey, what are you guys trying to pull here?
He's ready. He's ready.
Comment.
You want to make out in a pontoon?
Old man, love him.
Gotta have one of these in every old movie.
Your shit.
There's going to be thousands of people.
We gonna be rich.
Thousands of people are coming. They're going to have hot dogs.
They're gonna have hot dogs.
He says tacos.
With these parts.
I love this dog, but it's incredible to me that it's the second best dog in the movie.
Absolutely.
It's such a well-trained dog.
Oh, that kind of hurt. Like, jeez.
Love it. Inside the ship. There you go. There's the map painting.
What is it? A nuclear
It works
power
though.
plant?
Like it's
No.
Yeah, it's
A
badass.
missile silo.
Yeah.
No.
A military base.
she's just saying no to everything. She doesn't know what it is either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason they're there, is because she said no earlier.
Yeah.
Whoa. Midnight movie hot takes with Miles Francis.
Mouth not moving. Literally, he's talking, but his mouth isn't moving. I wait as close as possible.
You know, I don't know what we saw out there before, but this looks like a cotton candy factory to me.
Like testicle balls.
Balloon dog, everyone's favorite.
Arenda.
Some grade A acting.
Dude, the balloon artist was probably the highest paid person on set.
Absolutely. Anna McClown I think that was a thing. Pretty good. Pizza, my favorite scene in the movie because of nipples. Oh yeah.
Javi, where are your hands?
Right here. Not doing nothing.
She's not thick enough for Hobby. Dude.
Yeah, but that clown out there.
Oh yeah. Push that one on the left.
There, big old testicle. Clowns be shopping.
Clowns be shopping.
Clowns be thieving.
That old man might have been the best actor in the movie too, because his reaction shots were amazing.
He had 2 scenes.
Yeah, but he's so good, dude. It's a mean
small
Mike.
part, sir.
This is so fucked up. I hated this for the clown.
Look at this bully, dude. He has every bit of this coming.
Yeah.
Discount meatloaf.
The horn.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna sleep on it.
See, he's being kind.
Should have let the man ride his bike.
Say that to his face. Oh.
Knock my block off.
There it is.
Happy birthday to the ground.
I mean, he doesn't need the bike because later.
I mean, that is probably next to the hand puppets. That's my favorite death scene, though. That's so fucking good. Clown car.
Jesus!
Pull over, but thanks for noticing. Fuck, it's Cardigan. I fucked up my own joke. God damn it.
There should have been a bigger explosion here. It should have just been like.
It was supposed to be, actually. That scene was actually fucked up. Like, it's on IMDb. They talk about it a little bit, but basically that was supposed to have like a whole thing, and something got messed up with the way it was set, so it just kind of slowly rolled off and into the screen. And they just had to go with it.
I should have added a green screen explosion to it. It would have been wrong.
This is the actual actor just laughing at it.
Just in another matte painting behind it. Fire.
Sick burn.
I'm sorry I was a little tough on you back there. It's been a hard night.
Yeah, they're gonna suck each other up, right?
Having Debbie involved just makes it a lot more difficult. What can I say? I didn't know she.
If this
Suck
movie,
each other up.
If this movie were recast today, who would these two get played by?
Ashton Kutcher and
Ryan Gosling, dude.
yeah.
Ryan Gosling was just like that, dude.
I honestly think that if Chris Pine got darker hair, that he would look just like Mike.
Yeah.
And he's
He's
funny
old
enough.
now, though.
I can't believe that.
And
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling's not.
Yeah, I could see both of them blowing each
both of
other.
those, yeah, I guess
Or
they
Chris
could-
Hemsworth. I can see a little
Technically, Ryan Gosling would have to be it because he's playing Ken in the Barbie movie.
There you go.
And this guy does look like a living Ken doll.
Really,
Who would be the clowns?
It's obvious she goes for last, not stability.
All Peter Dinklage.
It's not No Malone.
Hand puppets.
Yeah,
I
this
was
a
kind of
great
just
scene.
hoping the asshole dude who was like whatever would get it worse than the others. 'Cause
Yeah.
these old
Yeah.
people are like,
Oh my god.
this guy can go get fucked, but these other people just
This guy can go get fucked.
Holy shit!
Batman. See, he feeds them to the popcorn babies. Right? Am I crazy about that? Am I?
I always took that like he turned them into the popcorn.
That's what I always thought too.
It could have been pets.
I get it. Mooney gets it.
The goddamn you do.
Well, fuck my ass and call me Charlie. Goddamn clown.
I like to think that they didn't tell him the name of the movie, and this is his first time seeing the killer. He's like, the fuck is happening?
I think he's just really drunk.
That's just fun. Come on. And he did.
Poor D1.
Now he did.
All we want to do is kill you.
That's so creepy and wonderful. Slap.
Hell yeah.
The acting wasn't bad either.
No, he was awesome.
That's the clown I'm most afraid of because he's so dead. Like his face is just so deadpan. Like he looks like a juggernaut.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. Scared duck. No, this legit scared me because I wasn't prepared for it. So I jumped out of my seat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on with that?
You're afraid of buffering?
Yeah, I'm terrified of it. Look at that pixelization. What the fuck? Come on.
This ain't 2002.
What is this piece of shit?
It's 1988.
Way to take us back, Doug.
Javi, dry it. You'll dry it faster than he plays.
Wait, what?
There it is. Looking good, honey. Homeboy fucked an alien.
They both did.
What's up, girls?
Why does her titties enlarge? That kind of...
Because she's horny. That's what happens to horny clowns.
Yeah, dude.
Why do they not have arms?
enlarge.
They don't have arms.
Ducky, it's because inflation's here right now.
Oh, shit. Yum yums.
This poor
That is a
creature.
badass crazy straw.
Yep.
Bob was right, man. They are hungry. They're gonna eat everybody,
Just
man.
calm down. Just calm down, all right?
They're gonna make out. Debbie Ball.
Sandbag, Mike. If you can't shoot, you can kill her. But just back off, all right?
He's like a handsomer Martin Short. God.
From
Wasn't
here
he
on in,
aiming
though.
right at Dave?
From here on in, Dave does not let her go, though. Like the
Yeah.
entirety of like the end of it, and it's pretty consistent. Mike accepts it too. He gets cucked hard.
He's like, nah, come over here, baby.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough, Mike.
No, she's gonna touch it later.
What the fuck is that?
This is the most accurate shotgun I have ever seen.
How come you guys stopped here?
What the fuck is this thing? What is that? And why is
What the
it
thing in the
next to
toilet
hole?
turns into.
It's a rancor, bro.
That thing from Star Wars.
Oh yeah, they got their own Sarlacc pit.
Good reason.
Climb.
Oh, it was the clown. Wasn't it the big clown? No.
Look, he got a clown axe. He got a clown mace. He got a clown golf club.
That's funny.
Pogo stick. They got everything.
So they're all wiffle ball bats. You can't. They can't even get you.
King Clown.
What was that?
So was this the leader of them, or what? Or just like this is the rank?
Nah. I think it's like the dumb one that they capture, or the brute, and they're like, we're gonna get you. We're gonna bring this guy.
That's the clown, though. That's
Yeah,
the
that's Final
boss.
Boss. That's Final Boss.
Clown
That's
boss.
King Koopa. That's Bowser.
That's Bowser.
I'll swallow your soul.
They had no time to get in the freezer. I call bull.
I mean, but they're clearly
Yeah,
there at the
especially
end.
while it's spinning around, like they're just able to casually crawl in.
Maybe the force of the spin sent them against the wall by the freezer.
Back into it. Killer!
I had no.
Oh, my nose!
He was saved by the power of being a cop.
And all those people, all those humans.
You know, for a second, Mike was like, right on. Like,
She's
totally
all
got
mine!
threesome.
You made it.
All right, Dave.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
super happy.
Get out of
for
the
Dave.
way. I want to hug my friend.
Get out the way, bitch.
That like ice cream's jiggling at the like it looks like something.
Cream pie. No, because it's pie. That's why. And then they start melting.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Killer Klowns from Outer Space clips. Let's do recommendations. First one's going to be, obviously, we already watched it, The Blob or The Bloob or whatever you
The
want.
Blob.
Oh, what a good time. What a fun movie. And so similar in ways to this movie. I just love small town invasions, like I've said over and over again. But I don't know if I like one more than the other. I like them both probably equally. They're both just badass movies and good times. The next small town invasion movie I'm going to do, anyone can guess it. Go ahead and guess it. No, all right.
Crazies?
Slither.
Oh, Slither.
Yeah,
Slither.
that's a good one.
Slither is so good. I haven't seen this probably
Yes,
20
he's
years,
got.
but it has stuck with me for a long time. Small town invasion done right. Awesome movie. Definitely check it out. Who directed this movie? Was this James Gunn?
Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Awesome movie. Anyone else got any recommendations for Small Town Invasion or anything else that this movie Killer Klowns reminds you of? Good, Raph. What you got?
Yeah, House of a Thousand Corpse. If we're sticking with clowns.
Fucking Captain Spaulding. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I like that movie. We did that on the
It's a
cast.
great
Pretty
fucking
good.
movie.
We got to get around to the sequel at some point because the sequel I think is a way
Yes.
superior movie. So
That's a trilogy, though.
And then they're making another one now.
They're making. I thought they already made it. 3 from Hell.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's not
They're
good.
making a fourth one.
They're making a
It's
fourth
on
one.
or Shutter right now.
Oh, don't tell me that, Raph. For real?
Yeah.
Oh damn! I think stop at 3. You're good. Miles, what do you have?
I'm gonna go. It was when we were talking about the toilet scene. It inspired this recommendation. It's another cheesy '80s flick. It's Ghoulies.
Yes.
Oh, goalies is the shit. Fuck yeah! All right, who's next?
I got one. It's a little. I think I brought this movie up like 3 or 4 times, but I'll bring it up again. It has to do with clowns, and it's Clown House from 1989. It is the movie where Victor Salva gets caught.
Blows a count.
No, that's the movie. In case you don't know, Victor Salva directed Jeepers Creepers, Powder, but in the movie Clown House, there was an actor, the main character, who he got caught doing some bad things to, and it ended up getting on the. But the movie itself is actually it's an invasion. It's like a robbery kind of movie with clowns, and it also stars a very young Sam Rockwell. So
cool.
From a movie standpoint, it's actually pretty good, even though the history with it's a little.
Yeah,
sketchy.
the director is a bit of a creep. A lot of a creep. It sucks. But Javi, Richie, what you got? Anything?
Javi looks like he's just.
I don't
dreaming
think
of
Javi can
big
hear us
clowns.
anymore. Like
I can hear you guys. I'm just thinking of a movie that's like Small Town Invasion.
So I'll give him time to think. I already said Eight-Legged Freaks earlier, but if you guys will allow me to put these 2 movies in that same category, The Mist with Thomas Jane, because that wasn't a small town, and then Tremors, because that's definitely very small.
Damn it, Richie, leave some wreck for the rest of us, bro.
Tremors, I watch Tremors every time I get really sick with a can of chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, dude, Tremors is awesome. And yeah, The
Yes.
Mist is definitely small town horror, 100%. Hobbs, you got anything?
Tremors 2. Tremors 2. That was a good one. I like that one a
Aftershock,
lot.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's got the burst button ones that are pretty good. They fly. Maybe that's the third one. No, the second one's got the running ones. It's got the raptor ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. The third one's got the burst butts.
And Signs.
Signs everywhere. Signs. Technically, you win. Yeah, technically, Signs. It's a pretty good movie. It's got Joaquin Phoenix in it.
And he hits water. That's so cool, Joaquin.
It is a Joaquin thing to do. All right, yeah, cool. So that is Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Let's tell everyone where we can find everyone. Javi, where can they find you at on the interwebs?
You can find me and my art on Instagram and TikToks at Javi Bear Studios. So yeah.
Right on. Raph, where can they find you?
RFLSON on Instagram and YouTube.
Right on. Miles, where can they find you?
I'm at Mr. Most Days Off everywhere online. And if you are local, coming up in October, I'll be at the Plano Art Center Theater in Evil Dead the Musical for 3 weekends all around Halloween. And I'll let Richie the Whiz Kid tell you about our podcast.
Fuck yeah. Richie, what you got?
I am at the Wiz_kid23. I almost never respond. But more important than that, our show that Miles and I do, Best Darn Diddly. If you want to follow our I almost said Instagram, our Twitter, it's at Best Darn Diddly. That's DIDDLY. And I just want to also throw in there, I'm glad to see Javi's alive. I haven't seen him in months or heard from him in months. I'm just glad to see that you're still here, man.
I'm glad to see that I'm still here too.
I love you.
And then you guys also are going to be taking Best Darn Diddly to Twitch sometime soon. Is that right?
It's the plan. Yeah,
That's
we're
the
working
plan.
on that currently.
And Miles has been late night streaming, so go check him out. I think we all jump in for a couple minutes at least.
Yeah, man. I appreciate seeing you guys there. It's been
Yeah.
really cool.
Needs 15 more subscribers, so go subscribe to Mr. Most Days Off over there, okay? And finally, you can find us at wearepodcast.podbean.com, where you can find all the podcasts. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at /wearepodcast. And finally, you can find us every Monday at 8 p.m. Central for Camp/Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past live on Twitch. Next week will be King Kong versus Godzilla, which I'm so fucking excited for. I can't wait to watch this shit.
You
And
got
I'm
a
talking-
boner?
Yeah, dude. Right now, just stroking it down. Oh, working it. Keep horror in your heart, motherfuckers. Keep horror
Keep it in your heart.
in your heart. And with that said, thank you, Richie, very much for being here. Hopefully, you'll be here again next week. And Javi, also great to see you. So good to have you on the cast again. With that said, let's cut the feed. Where's this cutting the feed at? There it is. Boom. Boom. What time is it? Is it 1:30?
1:11.
1:11. Very nice.
That's gonna be lucky, right?
I don't know. The vodka took over.
Oh, you're gonna be hungover tomorrow.
I don't even know where the fuck I got this vodka from.
Work.
I don't think that's where it came from. We've had this forever, man. It's been sitting in the cabinet. Just every time I'm run out of alcohol, it's calling my name.
That's your rainy day hooch.
Rainy day hooch, man.
Absolute rainy
Yeah,
day
it's
hooch.
so fucking terrible too. But I guess it's better than other vodkas. So
You don't drink it cold? Like, I like all my liquor cold.
you don't even
prefer
drink,
chilled as
Raph.
well.
When I used to.
I haven't drank in years.
No,
That was the weirdest response I've ever heard.
no delay on that response.
You were so genuine.
When I used
Like,
to.
when I used to.
When I used to. And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, dungeons, and distractions side quests. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.